Daily Huddle, guys. As we're building our beliefs, we come together. If this is your first one, remember we get together every day, 11:30 a.m. Eastern, to get our hair on fire. Mine's burned off. Get our hair on fire, be pumped up a little bit, but more importantly than anything, build the beliefs from the inside out of what we're doing and get our ironing, sharpening iron, little sharpen our knives a little bit, sharpen our saw a little bit, right? Everyone's sharing things that have happened, get some testimonials, get some social proof of what's going well. So things are going fabulous business wise. How's it working for you? You can lean and glean from others. So a couple things I wanted to share with you today as we get started. I got some notes here. Keep in mind why we exist. It's important that we build the beliefs. Problem: 9 out of 10 business owners cannot get approved for a business loan from their bank. Solution: the alternative capital industry. Us, right? We get over 80% of them approved. Problem: there's over 100 alternative capital providers out there, and many of them aren't reputable or competitive or would really want to take care of the customer, and they're being led by brokers who are trying to gouge with massive commissions. Solution: we only work with the top 20 trusted providers, right? And the people, the last person talking to your client is not paid on commission, so they're not getting paid to hammer close somebody, right? Problem: there's no one single lender that's best for every business owner out there every month. Some want restaurants this month. Next month, they want construction. The following, same lender. They change their mix because they've got to diversify, right? Solution: the Bank Breezy funding platform. We give business owners one simple application online conveniently, and then we go out and find the best offer from those top 20 providers. We don't use the garbage ones. We only use the best ones. We get the best offer, and they're all willing to do that with Bank Breezy because of our traffic. You couldn't do that if you're working direct with them. If you don't take their offer, they're going to say, hey, quit sending us apps if you're not going to get an approval funded. With us, they're willing to get an approval not funded because, hey, if it's not the best approval, we don't offer. So that Bank Breezy takes care of you as the broker, but most importantly, it takes care of the client, right? Here's the problem. Business owners working online, they want to talk through their options with someone, right? Online-only systems don't support that. What's our solution? Our Bank Breezy expert team. We come along. They're not paid on commissions, as I said. They personally speak with every client, answer every question, help them understand the different options, go to a different lender if they need to, stick with this lender if they have to, do what they got to do. You hear the stories over and over what our team does. So our huddles are about building our beliefs. Don't forget, problem, solution, problem, solution, problem, solution. Bank Breezy is the answer. You're in the right place. Now, with that, here's a little social proof of a funding from just today, just came in. We get these every day, obviously. So here's right here, today's story. Restaurant out of Connecticut, broker Lincoln Babulai. Babulai or Babulal. Sorry, Lincoln, if you're on right now, maybe you can tell us how to pronounce your last name correctly. Babulal. The client needed funding for inventory and working capital. Restaurant inventory. What's that? Food, right? Got to buy some more food. Spending all the past sales on payroll and operations and all that, and need to buy more inventory, food. So you need some more food, more working capital. They got great credit. However, the revenue is staggering up and down. A lot of declines we got because of that. But we were able to get some core rate approval. Some businesses aren't interested. Provided funding, 34,000 core rate. Now, core rate 1.38 over 18 months, though. So they spread that 34,000 repayment over 18 months. It's only really about like a 1.25 for a year, right? So that's pretty good. Because it's an A lender, we funded them through. We were able to waive the lender fees, which are usually 2.5% or 4% or 3%. With this one, we were able to get those fees, that 2.5% they deduct, waived. We can't always do that. We got to get them approved at the right providers who are willing to do that. This one was willing to. And also has a 20% prepayment discount if they want to pay it off before those 18 months. So there's another story of a restaurant, because of good credit, even though their revenue is doing this, because of their good credit, because of their time in business, we were able to get them a great offer. But you know what? That same lender 2 months ago would not have given this offer. They want restaurants right now. There's a perfect example. If we didn't send that application into this company because 2 months ago they weren't into restaurants that were fluctuating, we wouldn't know about this offer. Well, that's why the Bank Breezy platform continually, over and over, continues to show through social proof why we've got the right model. Now, with that said, today's pro tip is precision that produces progress. All right. So, opening thought, the best brokers aren't necessarily louder. They're not necessarily more active, but they're more deliberate. The best pros are deliberate. Every question, every conversation, every follow-up has an intent. There's an intent that produces progress. They don't just call to expose, they expose and introduce and educate with the intention of progressing to getting a follow-up set up, learning more about the business, helping to establish a better relationship with the client. There's an intent. It's not just a blast of info and see what sticks, see who clicks. It's not about that. It's about precision that produces progress. So in the business, progress is measured not by the number of approvals, although they'll eventually get there, but the number of micro moves. We did a huddle on this a few weeks back. Micro moves, small steps that shift that stranger that you don't know, that business owner that you don't know, into a relationship, right? Shifts that stranger that you don't know and they don't know anything about Bank Breezy into a person who's now aware of Bank Breezy and is willing to let you send them more information, right? Or maybe someone that you sent information to a month ago, you're deliberately with precision reaching out to them, producing progress to take them to the next step, which is to discuss their business and get ideas about if you had an extra 30 grand, what would you do with it? If we could put 50 grand in your account, or what is your biggest struggle that you're dealing with right now? All right. So when you hear, hey, I'm good now, that's great. That means you've already got to that point in the relationship, but you've got to be more deliberate. You don't push back with something, but you can narrow in. It's a good time to get more precise. Hit that magnifying glass into a little more laser focus with an intent. I'm good now could become a curious question for you. Is just an example of, oh, no problem. That's awesome. I'm glad you are. By the way, have you thought of any new growth initiatives that could double your profit? I'm good now. Okay. Have you thought about any growth initiative to double your profit? Now think about that. Let me ask you, have you thought about things you can do next month to double your profit as a DAC broker? If not, don't you think you should start? Because unless you're making the profit you want to make, you want to double it. Maybe you won't double it in a month, but you want to double it. So how do you double it? So these are just different things that produce progress. It redirects their energy from maybe one of, okay, thanks for the follow-up. Thanks for the follow-up. Thanks for more engaged conversation, discussion, or it takes a conversation from an initial reach out to a, hey, this person, I can tell they really feel about my business. They really are interested in helping. All they're asking is if it would be okay if they send me more information about this Bank Breezy funding platform in case if and when I ever need funding. Yeah, I'll give them my email. Sure. And then as you're hanging up, hey, would it be okay if I send you some information and maybe a follow-up periodically on some specials we might be having? Sure. Okay, great. That's it. That's progress, right? And so your goal is to be positioned as the educator of Bank Breezy and a trusted advisor. That's where ultimately you want to get. You've got a relationship with them that they believe that you are their Bank Breezy spokesperson and confidant, and also you're their trusted advisor. You're interested in helping them grow their business, produce better in their business, not just make a commission on them. That should never be your goal, to make a commission on them. It may be your personal revenue goal for your family and your business to produce revenue, but you only do that as a result of being a great, great, great professional advisor. And so micro move mindset, precision isn't about closing on the spot. It's about progress. Remember, precision for progress. If you got the owner's name, got a relationship, that's progress. You didn't know their name when you first called. Did you collect their email? Progress. Did you get permission to follow up? Progress. Did you have a discussion about their needs? Progress. These are all things. And you can list out 50 items there that become progress. So ask yourself today, did I move the relationship forward even slightly? Did I earn another reason to reengage? Did I make it easier for them to see me as their funding resource when the time is right? If the answer is yes on any of those, you won. And this compounds over time. It's like exponential growth over time. So here's your challenge. 3 business owners, at least 3 who you've already spoken with, reach out today and have a micro progression. Make sure they understand that you are in their court with them, helping them, serving them. You're there to help them win and go to the next level. And our goal, guys, don't just be a closer, never be a closer. Cultivate relationships. Every interaction is about you building trust with them. Measure your advancement. That means you're doing your job. And I'll close with a little story and we'll break and then go to your interaction. You know, my brother is a charter fisherman. He's a charter captain. He does, you can hire him to go help you catch walleye, or now he's in Florida. And this guy studies the flows of fish and the temperatures of water and the depths the fish are at and the lures and the this and that. I go and I can catch a fish, right, off the shore. And I'll just walk along the shore till I find a fish, right, with my same lure, right? He is a professional. He is not just out there on the water. He's got to deliver fish for everyone who gets on the boat or they stop hiring him, right? So what is he doing? He's always precision for progress, and daily. It changes daily. Tomorrow he needs to fish, you know, another mile up the ocean because the fish have moved, and he knows where they're moving because he's talking to all the other captains. He's talking to all the. This huddle is like a bunch of captains of ships coming together. It's a bunch of us coming together saying what's working. I will tell you this. Today's huddle was almost an email exercise. We're doing that tomorrow because I've never not had success emailing individuals. Never. So one of the captain's things I'm going to tell you is email. And as I end the huddle and as we break, make sure you have 3 to 5 micro moves today where you're helping a client. That's your huddle. We all can do that, right? You already know they need the funding. They can't get the funding. Alternative capital is the answer, but not all of it. A lot of it's bad. The top 20 is the answer, but none of them are the best for all of them. So you need Bank Breezy to find the best offer. Then you got the Bank Breezy expert team who will talk to them, help them, support them. We cover stories every day about how we're able to make a deal work better because of the Bank Breezy funding team. So you've got the answer. It's a matter of now you going out making the precise moves to make progress in your relationships with as many people as possible. So I got another story for you, but first we're going to break. Ready? Break.